says video frame rates 30 FPSs.
Yep, that's good.
It's good. What if it was 40?
No, I have it set at 30. Hey, what's up, guys? We got James Huling worked out the bugs with the software, so we're up and running now. My name is Mike Aiken. Here we got James Huling from Big Brother 17 and 18, voted America's favorite house guest. So we're just here going to talk about Big Brother, talk about the summer and his future plans and everything, and see how it's going. So without further ado, James, how have you been, man?
Hey, golf clap. Where's it at? No, we don't have those audio features yet, but we're working on that. So yeah, everything's been going good, man. I appreciate you setting everything up and working really hard to get all this situated so we can talk about Big Brother and what's been going on.
So yeah, you've been pretty busy the last few months. Seen you driving all around Texas, Dallas, Fort Worth, out west, things like that, doing concerts and guest showings, and just kind of envious, man. Got to going around doing your thing, huh?
Yeah, pretty much. Gotta stay busy and stay on the grind, man. After you get off a reality show, you need to realize you need to get back to life if you're not going to be doing shows and get a adult job, and because they like Jason says, rent's due at the end of the month.
Yeah, that's right. Megan, Gary's here. Kelly says hi. Becky says Big Brother sucks this year. Becky, why? Well, give me some reasons. What's going on with this year? What's the difference between James's time frame and what's going on this year? I've only watched the first few episodes, so I kind of don't know what's going on with all the drama and everything. Cast is not so bright. Should have voted Jack out, and now they'll be picked off one at a time. Yeah, that's true. A lot of strategy in that, right? Like, is it day one strategy or?
Uh, that's funny that you mentioned that, because you can go inside the house and, like I said, I thought I was going to have a strategy, but there's so many twists involved in the game now that, 5-6 years ago, Big Brother was I'd say, generic game. You kind of went in there and they threw you in there, and it was do what you have to do to survive from day one. And you could possibly have a strategy, but now, you'll go in a house and you'll meet someone that might not like you because you're short, or you said the wrong thing in the beginning of the game, like I hate Kentucky or I hate Texas A&M, and they might be a huge Texas A&M fan, and they're like, you know what, I'm going to win this first HOH, and hey, I put you up on the block because you said you hated Texas A&M, and that's just a good enough reason for me to put you up, and then you're fighting the whole house from day one. So a lot of strategy, a lot of brass tacks going on in the house, and you definitely got to watch what you say as soon as you cross that line inside that door, and because it's kind of like court, what you can and say will be used against you on the block.
Some of these guys and girls can be pretty cutthroat, like all nice to you, and then all of a sudden, like out of the blue, right? Someone's like, "You're gone," or "I'm voting you," and you're like, right? Out like no reason, right? Because they could have maybe had some pact with somebody else, and
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's a cutthroat game. You gotta lie, cheat, steal, whatever you got to do to get in there. To get to next week, and it's always it's a vicious game, but the game can be played in a manner where it's very strategic and not and I gotta say, I feel like each season is a little different. I noticed every season you might have a season that's fun but they play the game, and then you have a season that's more or less controversial season. I don't been inside the house, so I don't want to say. I know how it is with the house guest, and like I said, I respect the house guest. I know what they go through, but Big Brother again will bring out either your worst side or your best side, because you're in there 24/7 on live feed. So, some people say, well, that wasn't me inside the house. I kind of that just wasn't me, and it was a game that kind of changed me. Yeah, it did change you. It kind of brought out your worst side, which means that's why they say, "What would you do for $500,000?" So yeah, a lot of stuff. I can go on and on talking about Big Brother and how it is. So, but like I said, overall, it's a fun game to play, and anybody who gets to play it, it's a blessing.
Christina from Germany is watching. Becky is agreeing with you pretty much on all your accounts. But yeah, I think James should definitely get back in there. Vote for like a special to get him in like halfway through the season or special guest appearance. But yeah, Corey Butler, we need James back. That's true.
Guys, just make sure you put on, if you have any comments or questions, just make sure you add it into the comment box. Old Gucci over here, he'll try to read them out as they come up, and we'll try to get some of your questions answered. Like I said, I apologize. I have not been on this page a while to kind of talk about stuff, but I know this is mainly one of my huger social media accounts where I have all the Big Brother family and fans out there. So we're just trying to get some questions answered. And like I said, if y'all have any questions, comments, concerns, if you hate me, let me know. If I cut you off the other day in the road, let me know. Just put it in the comment box, and old Gucci over here we'll try to get this answered at the end of the podcast or during it.
Herb asked, do you want to go back? If they called you tomorrow and be like, would you go?
Yeah, I would go back, but like I said, honestly, guys, I do feel like the more times you go on Big Brother, the more you're hated, and then that kind of stems from a little bit of jealousy from other Big Brother players. There's also, you have your fans that some of them don't believe that you might have played one season last season. They're like, well, he's already had one or two chances to play, we don't want to see him again. And so you get a lot of negative stuff. So sometimes I would say it's almost better to go out a hero one season, and instead of trying to go back another season trying to win that $500,000, because you could be loved your first season and you can be hated your second season, and third season, I've never been on 3 seasons, but you could be a villain by third season. So
was there any big differences that you saw between 17 and 18? Was it the same type of vibe, but did the rules change, or was there anything different that stood out on that second season?
Well, yeah, season 17, I would have to say, was my fun season. It was, we played games, we hung out, we played pot ball, sling band, we played Chopped, which that was so much fun. And we played BB bowling. So season 17 was the fun season, and yeah, we played the game. Obviously, Vanessa was a strategic, hardcore player. The Liz, Austin, Clay, Shelly, Audrey, all them people worked the house real good. So it was gameplay from day one. But like I said, season 18 was a whole aggressive season, more testosterone and estrogen running around in the house. There was more aggressiveness in there, more, confrontation for sure. And season 18 was hard. It was definitely my hardest season.
Did they find you like a threat coming in again?
That's a good question. I don't think they really found me as a threat on my second season. I think me being, always telling the truth for the most part, 90% of the time.
Because I'm sure you coach some of them. Like, this is how it's going to go down. This is what they're going to do. This is what you need to do, right? Like.
Yeah, but I wasn't the one to try to be a coach too much, because you don't want to go in there and telling people how to play the game. They know you play the game, so you don't want to be looking like a puppet master, early on in the.
But you were the prank master.
I was the prank master. Season 17 is definitely one of my funnest seasons, like I said, because I vibed with everybody in the house. And if I pranked somebody, they did not take it the wrong way. They just realized it was a prank, and we had a good time, and it was a fun season.
And I've noticed too, like even some of these, like if I would be on the show tomorrow or whatnot, or whatever is I got the letter, I would want to start going to gym and start working on my endurance because I see a lot of these like contests. It's endurance or just strength and things like that, and that's a lot of it.
It is a lot of it, but a lot of it's luck. A lot of it's pure strategic luck. Throw this ball into these trash cans, and whoever gets the highest score wins. So, or pick this number, or kick this ball across the yard, and whoever gets the highest number wins. But yeah, endurance is a huge part. They are going to have endurance comps. You just hope that it's one that you can win.
Samantha says that Christine is the amazing player this season. And then what else we got for comments?
Yeah, y'all tell me who y'all think is the most strategic player this season of Big Brother. Y'all let me know. Put it in the comment box.
I'm going to borrow your car. I'll be back in like an hour.
You got to borrow my car.
There we go.
Make sure you can put gas in it.
There we go. Getting his car stolen. Bam, right there. So, who you still in touch with for past cast members?
I'm not in touch with anybody. I keep to my. No, I'm kidding. Actually, I still talk to a few of them. Not a whole lot. It's a handful. I would have to say Elena from season 18, Corey, I said Elena, season 18. Sorry about that. Elena, definitely in contact with her. We go to concerts. She's like my a concert buddy. And then we have Corey Brooks. He's always busy doing modeling gigs and stuff like that. So it's hard to see him, but I try to stop in and see him whenever he comes down to Dallas. Jeff Weldon, he's down in Houston. And there's a few other ones that I kind of pop into every now and then. But more or less, I hang out with them too. I'm supposed to go see Paul this coming up. He's got a concert, so y'all go check him out. And he's going to be in Dallas and Fort Worth, so I'll be going down to see him. Jason said he's going to be gone for an hour. He's not going to be gone for an hour. He's going for a whole day.
Maybe he'll have to go get his car or something. Who knows?
Guys, when you have roommates, they just take your stuff and go. Literally, I got carjacked during this podcast, so if y'all want to give me a ride, if I need a ride, just give me a holler. I might need someone to pick me up, take me to Whataburger.
So as far as Cliff, Samantha says Cliff is a very smart player and has won competitions. I haven't seen Cliff do any competitions. Which competition, Samantha, did he win? You ever talk to Ronnie?
Who?
Ronnie. Chrissy's asking, you ever talk to Ronnie?
I have no idea who Ronnie is. Ronnie who? That's a good question. I really like Cliff. Cliff's one of my faves just because he wears a cowboy hat and he's from Texas and he's the older guy.
He's the older one, yep.
Everybody talks about, there's a thing, older guys always get voted out early on in the season, which has a trend to be kind of true. So the fact that he's in there hanging out with all the young people, we can go ahead and put that to rest. It really doesn't matter if you're old, you're big, you're small, you're tall, you're short. It really just depends on your social game. I mean,
does it take a lot of leadership skills, you think?
To do what?
To make everybody your puppets, per se. Like, take control of situations and kind of, like, get the outcome you desire.
I think, really, honestly, you have to be a manipulative person. Literally, when you walk in that house, you have to be manipulative in your basic home life to pick up that trait and to do that, because for you to just walk inside of a house and control 15 people anonymously or whatever, like, that's not possible. You just don't pick up that skill overnight.
Okay.
That's something that you have to do your whole life. So if somebody walks in and goes into the Big Brother house and starts manipulating people and the way what they want to do and work it, kind of like you might do that in the outside world too. So because I know, me, I can try, but like my strategic way is different. I come at it from a well spoken. I try to put some common sense and logic behind it. But you got some people out there are just good. Like
Right.
they'll talk you into buying your own car back. And it is your car, and that's kind of scary, man. You got people out there that can do that.
Samantha says Cliff made a sweet 2-week deal to stay in the game. Pretty smart of him. Yeah, like he seems to be obviously the older one, right? Kind of knows which way to what to say and who to talk to and everything.
Yeah, Cliff, he's.
And I thought he was like you thought when you talked to me. He said he was probably going to be the first one to go. And
I said that?
Yeah, and he said then that's not the case, I guess.
Well, if I said that, it was because of the trend. Like I said, Glenn went home last season, and I can't even remember the season before that. But it is a trend that happens, and but like I said, Cliff kind of proved the odds, and it's kind of like it's like the girls, we have a winner each season. Everybody was like, man, all the guys win every season, and then we had Nicole win.
Right.
Last my season on 18, and so that was the first time it started breaking the trend of all the guys just win.
Right.
So
Fran says loves your season, James. Rebecca asked if you play again. We kind of answered that earlier.
I would, but
Takes a lot out of you, though.
yes. And guys, let me tell y'all, if I play this season again, and y'all can take that to the bank and mark my words and all that stuff. Big Brother has definitely changed me as a person, and I can tell you, in a good way also. But it also taught me not to take any shit, because in that house, like I said, well, I've always kind of been like that, working at the prison and everything. But also in the house, I was more compressed, if that makes any sense, where I had to keep a lot of my energy down to myself. I was playful and stuff. There's a lot of times I can get very confrontational, but I don't, because I know how to control it in a controlled environment. Because working at a prison, you have inmates, and they try to test you, and they'll say stuff to you, and they'll try to get under your skin to make you crack, make you get out of your character, as what they say. Like Derek of season 16, he was a detective. The reason why he was so good at the game is because that's his everyday job. He was able to detect liars and look for the signs of people that might be manipulating or trying to.
Yeah, it seems like a good trait.
Yeah, and that's the same thing working at the prison. And I was able to control a lot of those outbursts that normal people maybe wouldn't have. So there's a lot of, and like I said, I was protecting other people's games too. I didn't want to blow up my alliances, so I kind of had to keep low key. Kind of let the other people fight, but as much as I wanted to be in the middle and like not taking crap from everybody, I don't know. So the less drama you get into, and the less you talk, the less drama you're going to be in. So look at it like that.
Remember Antonio Savage? He says, James, what's up, bro? Remember me?
Antonio Savage. Sounds real familiar. Please let me know where I met you at. Don't judge me or hold it against me, because my memory's horrible. If y'all know, I've never won a memory comp in the history of Big Brother. That's 2 seasons. That's over, 99 days plus 86 days. So, yeah, it's just not going to happen,
Joy says she misses all your pranks from Big Brother.
Well, I appreciate that, Joyce. I hope I said that right, Joyce. I like doing the pranks. It makes things fun, and you gotta laugh in that house, because if you don't laugh, I think honestly that's how I combated my wanting to go crazy. So
something went wrong. Well, and we're back. Oh, and we're back. Thanks, Mark Zuckerberg, saving the day. Yeah, so all in all, it's got its ups, it's got its down, but a good experience.
Definitely. So guys, if y'all have any comments, like I said, just drop them in the box. I know things. Um, it's kind of middle of the day. It's on a Saturday. Y'all should be out having fun and doing things, but I kind of decided to stay in because it's like 100 degrees today. Texas heat is no joke.
Yeah, it's been brutal. Driving around in his black car with black leather seats too.
Yeah, so if I can help it, if I'm not out at the lake or in water, I'm gonna be inside. You ain't gonna catch me outside in this heat. It's just too hot.
Yeah, we've been out with your boat down to PK a few times this summer. Right, you've been out there with your boat. Yeah, I've had a pretty busy summer. So a lot of concerts, a lot of invites to shows, and
That's right.
just staying busy and everything like that. Nettie Ann wants you to come to Maine, drink some of that really good water that's up there.
Does Maine have good water?
Yeah, it's like the Saudi Arabia of water.
Is it Fiji water?
It's pretty close there. It's like the best water you'll get in the United States.
That's the only water I drink. Fiji. That's not a sponsorship, by the way.
Yeah, Renee Johnson talked about the shoot. Is asking about the shooting. Yeah, it's kind of sad nowadays and what's been going on.
Yeah, it's super horrible. Definitely my heart goes out to all the victims and the families out there. It just, and I pray I'm never in that situation, but it always kind of in the back of my head makes me feel a little bit at peace knowing that, conceal and carry, you do have good people out there that have great intentions. I just wish that, there was somebody there that, was in Walmart that, had a conceal and carry that maybe been carrying a weapon that was, that maybe could have stopped it, if we could have saved one or two extra lives because there was a citizen there that was carrying and he was able to stop some of the shooters and make them flee or, something. I would gladly do that, if that situation ever arises, I would definitely, go out and guns of glory trying to save, citizens and, people and families and stuff. That wouldn't even be a hesitation. So I'd rather go out that way than running. But running sometimes, don't get me wrong, if you don't have a weapon, you need to run. But if you're able to help out, definitely help and try to save some lives.
Need to ask your thoughts on Big Brother 21, like that kind of overall.
Big Brother 21, I think it's a very controversial season. I think there was, there's been a few people on there, I'll call any names, that has, made the season a little bit controversial, uneasy to watch. But overall, like I said, everybody does a good job. That's what the name of the game is. It's a social experiment. So you put in 15, 16 house guests in the house to see what they're going to do. So we can't get too upset. And please, guys, when people do that, don't get upset at the casting producers or the VPs or executive producers. They try to bring you a good show, and they don't have any control. They don't know that if somebody's going to say the wrong thing to somebody or make a racial comment that might be deemed racial. They don't know that. So I see some stuff on Twitter about the cast, and then they'll go off and say, hey, such and such, why'd you cast this person? It's not their fault, guys. So anyways, Antonio Savage says you were like my big brother at Terra Hall. Wow, that was a long time ago, but wow, yeah. So Terra Hall, it's a nonprofit organization out in Georgetown, South Carolina. And I apologize, Antonio. You talking about going back probably about 15, 20 years, man. But I hope you're doing good out there. Whatever you're doing now, I hope you're doing good and prospering. And definitely shoot me a message after this, and we'll catch up.
You're still very much busy with the bullies events and everything like that too.
Well, no, not with actually the event or the events as much as I loved working with the program and everything. Some unfortunate stuff happened to where the CEO had to shut down Bullies, and I mean it was just because the money wasn't coming in. And, the money wasn't coming in. You can't pay people
Right.
to fly out and get everybody together and get hotels, and it's expensive. So hopefully, like what I was saying, in the time span that I was able to talk to thousands of kids in high schools, middle schools. We were able to help out flood victims in Houston. So you know what? At the end of the day, I'm happy that I was able to do and make, at least touch a few lives out there. Like I said, I'll never forget about the Houston flood victims. That was a experience, and glad I got to be part of that and work closely with the law enforcement, helping people get out of their house and getting them to safety and their pets, because it was a week-long experience that was crazy. I was in water 24/7, 7 days a week, and I got like 3 hours of sleep, and then it was back into water, pulling people out of houses, picking people up out of houses, pulling people off of roofs, literally from 7 a.m. to about 9, 10 o'clock at night. So it was crazy.
Man, I couldn't imagine. That's kind of nuts.
Yeah, but you know what? Every time we saw a victim and we pulled him off the roof or pulled him out of a house, or we picked this elderly guy that's been sitting in poop and peed water that he's been pooping and peeing in for, he said, 2 days because the cops couldn't get back to his house because it was so flooded. So the fact that we were able to pick him up and actually put him in a chair, get him a towel, and get his animal out. So, I don't know. Stuff like that, it was all worth it.
Yeah, I saw in the news latest. There's been a huge flood in India, and it's a train of like 1,000 people that got flooded and had to stop. And they had to get them all out of the train. It was nuts. So, yeah. So we got Antonio says, "Good bro, he's working for FedEx," and I'll talk to you soon later. Joyce is from Houston. Shout out to Houston.
Hey, Houston in the house.
And then we got Tiffany Ashley from South Carolina, your home state.
Yeah. Oh, Tiffany. Sounds familiar. I think I know you, Tiffany. I think I do. And don't, like I said, don't get mad because I don't. Your name sounds really familiar, and I think, like I said, we were like besties back in the day. Could have been.
Could be a lot of Tiffany's out there too.
Yeah.
Gina from Arkansas.
Oh, Arkansas Razorbacks. No way.
So, and then we got Mark from San Diego. What's up, Mark?
Yeah, what's going on, Mark? I appreciate y'all joining in and checking us out. Make sure you like and comment and all that good stuff. And, we're going to try to get some other people on here. This is just kind of a first gig that we did. Gucci's been, setting up everything and getting all the equipment and getting it all set up. So, so we can start doing like little podcasts and talking about Big Brother. So
if you guys want to comment when you want to hear on the next cast, we can kind of talk about it a little bit more detail, what you guys want to know, so we can kind of curtail the podcast around that.
Or even maybe who would y'all like to interview on a podcast? Because we might be able to get some some BB house guests on here.
Yeah, we can get some Skype them in, things like that, and get some other people to join. And definitely would be nice to hear from them what they think as well.
Yep. And I know I would love to get Paul on. If I can get Paul on for 10, 15 minutes, that would be awesome. I think it would be really cool. And then he can talk about maybe his upcoming, dates that he has for his venues, because he has, he's in the music scene now. He's actually going to be coming to Dallas and Fort Worth and Houston to do a show. So y'all check him out, get some tickets, and hopefully we'll be able to see you there, because I'm going to be there in Dallas and Fort Worth. Definitely got to support Paul. That's my boy, even though he voted my ass out. I'm still salty
Paul.
about that, Paul. Could have taken me to the end. But, no, I love Paul. He's a good guy. But it's always kind of a little inside joke that I always like to dig at him. Just kind of like Corey Corey, he kind of digs at me about it. So, I never got it until it got done to me. So.
Awesome. All right, it's been 30 minutes. We'll wrap it up. Definitely, we'll try to get your fan schedule out there, so you kind of post it out there, so you kind of knows what concerts and events he's going to be going to, so you guys can meet up and say what's up. So appreciate it. See you guys on next podcast, and with the last words.
Expect the unexpected. We'll see you guys very soon. And like I said, make sure you leave comments on there, who you might want to see, any topics you want to go over and talk about. And like I said, we'll be seeing you real soon. So we appreciate y'all tuning in. And shout out to my boy, Co Wetzel. And Randall King. You guys are awesome.
See you guys. Thanks again.
Throw that bottle of whiskey on the seat. Light a cigarette so he don't smell the weed. If he asks me to blow